a Santa Claus.
I don't even know, like, get excited. Yeah, I'm not professional, so I don't know none of that.
As Macaulay Culkin says, do we have speed?
That's
Do
funny.
we have speed? I swear to God, we don't have speed.
Yeah, Michael Jackson probably gave him that, didn't he? We're recording when I said that, right? Bet. I guess we should introduce our show, huh?
No, yeah, whatever.
It's kind of like news. Season 1, episode 1.
All right, cool. All right, so welcome to Catch Up.
Catch up.
No mustard.
Or mayo. Only white people eat that.
I don't like mayo either, man.
Really?
I also season the on my chicken, so I guess I'm like an outlier.
I like mayo.
I don't like mayo, man. This is pure fat. All right, so to get right into it, we're gonna cut the bull and the fat. This is episode 1, the Catch Up. I'm Sean.
I'm Adam.
And we're here to just give you unfiltered thoughts right now.
Yeah, we got no credentials. We just got a lot of opinion, but we fact check.
A little bit.
Sometimes.
Wikipedia.
Oh yeah, that's fact checking.
But we're live here in San Diego, and that's an all right place to start. Let's talk about San Diego sports.
No, we're not.
I thought that was in the notes.
I mean, I said quick San Diego spill. Let's exit off like we're not talking about San Diego sports.
I have a LOL next to it. Can I get an amen, Brandon?
Amen. It's bad when you say bad baseball, because baseball's boring enough as it is. But you know what? We're talking too much about this right now. Let's go ahead and segue into something people care about.
Yeah, man. Let's catch up. This is what the catch up's all about. We're going to the NBA offseason. A lot of stuff's been happening. A whole lot of stuff. And honestly, it's probably the most exciting NBA offseason I remember.
This is one of the most exciting with all the moves we think are gonna happen or thought were gonna happen.
Yeah.
And we cared about the summer league this year.
Whew. As a Sixers fan, I've cared about a lot of summer leagues lately. That's kind of a bad thing. This year it's been good.
Triple B's.
Yo, save that. Save the BS.
Big baller.
Oh man.
Best move of the NBA offseason, I'm going to say Jimmy Butler because the Bulls were on that Bulls and they traded away, the best player no. Yeah, the best
Second
player.
best two guard in the league?
Well, is he a 2 or a 3? Like,
He's a 2.
I like him at 2, but he's 6'7".
Okay.
But
Still a 2.
look, one of the best wing players in the league. They traded him away for
injured Zach LaVine, Larry Markkinen, who because he's white and can shoot and tall, people think he's the second coming of Dirk Nowitzki. He's Ryan Anderson at best. And then who? Chris Dunn,
a bum,
who I actually watched play in the tournament at your house. He barely won. It was a very lackluster performance. Good defender coming in. They knew he couldn't shoot. I'm sick of teams drafting people who they know they can't shoot.
So, yeah, they traded him for what I said earlier, 2 nickels and a penny?
Yeah, 2 nickels and a penny.
Yeah, they traded him for some bullshit.
Cents.
That bullshit.
$1. No, for real, though. It was a bad trade. It was a rush trade, I feel like.
Yeah, it is.
We didn't hear anything about it for a little bit, and all of a sudden, bang.
Well, no, we heard Jimmy Butler to Cleveland.
But not to the T-Wolves.
But then he ends up with the T-Wolves. Shout out to the T-Wolves for making that move because Cleveland would have sent him Kevin Love.
Yeah, man.
Wow. Chicago, you would have had an all-star. 20 and 10. The great white hope. But anyways, what do you think the best move was?
He ain't the white hope. No one's going to replace Larry Bird, man. That's the Birdman.
Birdman. Ha, ha.
White Jesus. No, I think that's a good move. I'm worried about Minnesota's spacing, though. Because for all the playmakers they have now, you got Anthony Towns, you got Wiggins, who I'm still not convinced is all the way there sometimes. He kind of fades in and out of games.
He's a B.
He's an B option. You're right. I was going to say B button on the PlayStation.
He's a B personality.
Okay, yeah, I got you. Or lack thereof. But you got Jeff Teague. They're all drive and kick guys, but then who the heck do you kick to? Shabazz Muhammad? Who they signed? Jamal Crawford? We were saying this earlier, this would be a great 2005 team.
Yeah, 2005 they won the ship.
Who
won the ship in 2005?
Pistons? Spurs?
Yeah, Pistons or Spurs?
That was a boring year.
Dark years.
Yeah. This team could be sponsored by N1, I feel like, and it would make a lot of sense. You know? I don't know. This fits, I don't know.
Like big shorts, big jerseys, footies, because footies were still hot back then.
What are footies?
Ankle socks.
Oh.
And,
okay, yeah.
And a lot of braids and do-rags.
Yeah, I love the cornrows. I wish I could rock them. My hair left too fast.
that way.
Yeah, that way. This way.
So yeah.
I'd have to say my best move of the offseason would be my Sixers getting Markelle Fultz, a.k.a. Mr. Chick-fil-A, a.k.a. Mr. Fadeaway,
Don't be a homer.
a.k.a. Mr. What did Hezzy Jimbo? What did KD say?
Yo, the Hezzy Jimbo switch is Fido. Like.
Yo, this man not only was cooking in the summer league before he got hurt, but he went to one of the practices, or maybe it was a game, with a party tray of Chick-fil-A.
For the vets.
There was no one else in the car. It was all for him.
For everybody on the IR.
That's a savage move.
For everybody on the IR.
I've done that before. I couldn't finish it. I felt pretty good afterwards.
Yeah, it was for everybody on the IR. It was for Ben Simmons.
That was for me, is all I'm concerned.
And the process, y'all want to trust the process. I trust that process is broken.
No, man, I'm still trusting it, man.
And it's broken.
He's got good handling. He can get it in the pick and roll. He can produce in the pick and roll. He can shoot the three, even though his free throw percentage in college was pretty low for a good outside shooter. But you know what? I mean, I'm going to blame that on lack of concentration at this point. Long wingspan. He had a couple nice blocks in the summer league. I'm trusting the process still. I'll give it one more year. How about that? One more year? I'm buying League Pass. You better come over at least twice.
Are you buying League Pass?
Yeah.
I thought about buying League Pass because I actually want to watch Philly this year.
Yeah.
I want to watch the T-Wolves.
Yeah. OKC.
I want to watch OKC.
The Pelicans, even though that's doomed to fail. Oh, my Lord.
Hey, we're not going to talk about Boogie today.
That's another 06 team, but I digress. Worst team, or worst move in the offseason.
Obviously. Easily, very simply, the worst move of the offseason was Gordon Hayward moving. For one, we even talked about this earlier. It just shows you how out of touch Pat Riley is now because he can't sign anybody but Dion.
He got a meeting.
And he signed
He always gets the meeting.
He gets the meeting, but he can't close it. He can't finish. He's not the guy anymore.
Yeah, he can't finish anymore.
But Utah is left with Rudy Gobert, who'd been great in the 2000s.
Yeah, solid center, but he can't. I can't get that meme when Steph Curry put him in the mixer out of my head. He's like dancing around like that. That will never leave my brain.
Right, he should have just left and let Steph Curry do his thing. But so Utah is left with nothing, and Boston ends up gutting their depth.
Yeah.
Which
you knew they were going to do to a point.
Yes, but he's only a 22 points per game guy.
Yeah, and honestly, as long as Jay Crowder's on a really good contract, he's a good defensive wing, he shoot the three. Get rid of Marcus Smart and maybe Terry Rozier if you have to. Are they still clearing salary cap space?
No.
They got rid of Avery Bradley.
Kelly Olynyk.
Who's an upgrade to KCP, I believe. He's a little smaller, but Duke can defend, Duke can shoot three.
Who else did they get rid of? They got rid of one of the other
Olynyk. Sorry, man bun. Shout out to man bun.
Yeah.
Although I hate man buns.
Yeah, I see why you'd hate man buns.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Soft spot, huh?
Yeah, soft spot, yeah. Yeah, well.
But yeah,
moving on.
But Boston lost their depth. I think Utah should have got a sign and trade so they could have got something out of it.
Yeah, and that's what they did with the Chris Paul trade. Houston, they traded a bunch of people to the Clippers. Now I know that meant that was for salary cap reasons, but they still got Lou Williams. Who else did they get? They got Patrick Beverley. That's a solid sign and trade. You could have done something like that.
Can I please cut you off? And while we're talking about Boston, just say Danny Ainge.
He's overrated. I'll give you that.
Danny Ainge is the most overrated figure in NBA history.
Whew, Lord.
For one, we know his name as a great Celtic, but what did he really do?
I didn't think we were gonna give you statements. We got statements for days.
Like what did he really do as a great Celtic? He was a hack man.
He punched people. He was like a smaller Bill Laimbeer. He was like a small furry feisty hamster.
He was like the chihuahua that bites you. Like it doesn't hurt. It's just like
I have a chihuahua that bites people.
That's funny.
We call him Peanut. Danny Ainge is Peanut.
And then you look at him.
Shout out to Peanut.
Shout out to Peanut. I don't even know Peanut. You know what? My mom had a car called Peanut. It was an '85 Ford Escort. But anyways, Danny Ainge. He's made what? 2 good deals.
Car. All right, continue.
Well, he made 2 good deals, right?
Okay.
The KG deal, which was under the table with his boy, Kevin McHale.
That was a power move.
It was him and Kevin.
It was also Kevin McHale being like, "Let's make the Celtics great again."
Yeah, let's bring back the old days, right? And then he signed Ray Allen, and then he just went to Brooklyn and robbed Prokhorov of ever building a future.
But that's like taking candy from a mentally challenged baby.
It's not though, because
Dude didn't know he just bought the team. He didn't know how to put protections on picks. No one's ever talked about that. Everyone puts protections on picks. Even my Sixers, when they traded that, what was it, the Lakers picked to Boston?
Yeah.
They put a protection from 2 to 5 or something. Like,
yeah.
That's a complicated protection. Brooklyn put no protections on, was it 3 years straight?
Yeah.
Whew. Lord have mercy.
I think they got 2019 pick, and then the bleeding will finally stop.
Oh, for Darren Williams.
Hold on. I was saying Danny Ainge. We're making him sound like he's a savant.
Yeah, well, that was a robbery. That was a highway train robbery. He jumped on the train with 2 loaded pistols.
But think about it. Of the last 22 players he's drafted.
Okay. I have the list in case you were wondering.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so the best move, I think, the best move he made with any of these draft picks when he got hired, his first draft, he drafted Troy Bell. Don't know him? Neither do I. But you know Kendrick Perkins, and that's who he traded him for. Best move with the draft pick I think he's made. Other than that, he's drafted Avery Bradley. He drafted Al Jefferson, who he then traded. I think was a part of the deal to get one of the big 3 that they got. But that was a good pick. He became a solid player. Now he's a backup. But again, 2006. Good year. Another good 2006 player.
Yeah, I mean, he can't draft. I think he's obsessed with wings.
Yeah.
And
which is good
and draft picks. But no, he doesn't like the right kind of wings.
You gotta pick people. You gotta pick people when you got all these draft picks.
But draft picks don't win championships. This is not the 80s where they come out of college refined products.
For real.
And he has a shitload of wings.
Yeah.
And they're not rebuilding. They were just the number 1 seed in the East.
They're consistent. My thing is, I was shocked when the Sixers got the first pick. I have to be. I'm passionate. I bleed for my city.
You can't even think of the colors. Let's tell you how much.
I was gonna say I bleed green, but that's the wrong team. Shout out to my Eagles. But so he gets the number 1 pick from Brooklyn, and he still thinks that he can get more value. You have the number 1 pick in the draft. How much higher can you go?
What do you move that number 1 pick for? Because
LeBron? That's the only proper compensation.
IT's not the answer. I tell everybody.
Literally, he's not Allen Iverson. Can we just?
He's a side piece. I say he's a side chick, right? Side chicks don't get rings. If
they get money, they get money.
Yeah, he's gonna get paid, but he's not gonna get rings. He'll never be happy. But
God bless Isaiah Thomas, man. If I was 5'9", I had some problems, man.
I mean, I'm 5'11". I can walk up to Isaiah Thomas and look down on him.
I'm 6'3". I can pick him up and cradle him, I think.
He's a baby. So, overall.
Screw you guys.
I can't pick you up.
Shout out to Brandon. He's a guy.
That's a different issue.
Hey, so overall, what do you think? Overall, if you look at the offseason as a whole, what do you think the big takeaway is?
Big takeaway? I think it's hard not to talk about the CP3 Harden combo at this point.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming. I woke up one morning, hungover as all.
I woke up like this.
I did not like this. You have to work to get like this. And had bad hairline genetics. But again, I digress.
You know what? Michael Jordan had bad hairline genetics.
He also was able to wear a hoop earring and a Hitler mustache and pull it off.
I say Hitler.
It is what it is, man. All right, it's a soul patch for your lip, your upper lip. I think it can either go really good or really bad because if Mike D'Antoni, coach of the year, right? This last year.
Coach of the year.
2 times I think. This is the second time he won it.
Yeah.
If the Italian wonder, patent pending, can figure out a way to stagger their 2 minutes, they're top 3 shot creators in the league at this point. So if you can stagger the minutes so that one of them's on the court at all times, you're not going to lose any games. But when it comes down to those last 5 minutes, you got problems.
I just think it's going to work. You got 2 great basketball players.
Yeah.
And CP3 said he wants to play off the ball more.
I'll believe when I see it, man.
I mean, when has he ever had the opportunity to play off the ball for real?
With the Clippers.
With who?
Blake Griffin can handle the rock. He averages a solid amount of point Blake. I'm all team point Blake. I'm taking this time to announce it.
You're a Bill Simmons fan.
I am, but so are you. But I'm also a Point Blake fan. I think that dude can run the point. If we see Giannis do it, Blake can do it.
Yes, but Blake is not agile. He's boxy, and he has bad feet.
I think you have some problems, though, when you get to the last 5 minutes, though, with that team at least. Because one of them's not going to want to pass the ball to the other. And Harden obviously showed some fatal flaws in the playoffs this year when it came to being clutch.
Because he was tired.
That's your reason? He was tired. He's a professional athlete, all right? He's done dating the Kardashian. His legs shouldn't be tired anymore.
His legs were dead.
Lifting whatever face is large.
Oh, Chloe? OJ's daughter?
We'll
Shout out to Kylie Jenner. 19s never looked so good.
Shout out to OJ. And enjoy.
OJ. I'm black. OJ.
Oh, man.
We'll get into that later.
No, I just think Chris Paul is known for being great. He's the Peyton Manning of the NBA, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's the perfect comparison. He's a great regular season point guard.
Chris Paul is at that point in his career, like Carmelo, who's going to join him. Free Melo. Free my man's Melo.
Team Banana Boat.
I love you, Lala. Free Melo, though.
She's single, so that's fair game.
She's not really single. She's just going through a phase right now.
Oh, okay.
But if you need some help going through that phase, Lala, Big Baby's here. Chris Paul's at that phase in his career where he wants to win. I don't think it's about him
He
anymore.
wanted to win. He went to San Antonio.
And win what?
A ring, like the other 5 they got. You kidding me?
That roster's not winning a ring.
Yeah, not with LaMarcus Aldridge.
LaMarcus Aldridge is a bum. But anyway, Chris Paul, I think he's ready. I think he's ready to play off the ball. Last 5 minutes of the game, James Harden.
Niz Khalifa. No.
Last 5 minutes of the game, he's gonna let James Harden go because we all know in the NBA, if you are not Steph Curry or 6'5".
Why don't they keep running plays in the last 5 minutes? I feel like when they get to the last 5 to 2 minutes, they're just like, chalk the playbook. Let's go playground on their ass. Like,
same reason why in the NBA we call timeouts for the last 3 minutes of the game.
But then they do it to either set up the offense, because you're letting the defense set up too. You run plays, or at least the Celtics or like the Mavs or the Spurs do. A lot of times,
they're like the only teams that run plays.
I get it, but like, isn't it stupid? Like, I know it's the NBA, and you let these superstars, you live and die by your superstars.
Yeah, but it's like, if just got us in the game, we should carry it out and keep going. But again,
I guess.
You know what? We're not NBA coaches. We just talk about them.
Yeah, we do.
So I mean, I think the Houston thing is going to work overall. They're going to bring in Melo.
We haven't talked that much. We haven't talked about Doc Rivers. We should open that casket.
Next episode. We're not going to talk about bad
Hold
Doc
up. Hey.
Yeah, like the Houston thing is going to work.
All right. So speaking of Houston and big moves, Melo, better fit for Houston, better fit for Portland. What do you think?
I'm going to say better fit for Houston only because CP3 and James Harden are more mature.
All right.
James Harden has played.
Mature. All right.
James Harden has played with Russell Westbrook.
Their knees are more mature too.
Yeah. James Harden played with Russell Westbrook and KD.
Yeah.
So like he understands pecking order. He's been
a superstar for a couple of years now. I feel like it would take a little bit.
But he's also shown self-awareness in the last few years too.
That's all I'm saying.
I don't want to talk about Kendrick Lamar. Shout out to WAP. But if he goes up to Toronto, not Toronto. Portland.
Yeah. It's the same situation.
It's the same situation, but they're younger.
But isn't that better for him?
I don't know where their self-awareness is at.
All right, this is the way I look at it. Me and Brandon, shout out to Brandon, who I assume is fact-checking right now. Basically, when you get on the court, for us, when you get, hopefully, when you get on the court like us, we're just playing pickup ball. There's sometimes these two guys who, let's say they're McCollum and Lillard, or they're Chris Paul and Harden, who only pass the ball to each other. Their wings and their bigs must hate playing with them. I would. It's just two guys passing the rock between each other and two guys shooting the ball.
You know where
Melo loves the rock.
Melo needs to go to Cleveland. Because if he goes to Cleveland, New York, buy him out. Jimmy D, buy him out so we can sign him for the minimum to Cleveland, because I'm a LeBron homer. If
he gets bought out, I'd go.
I'd
go to Minnesota, man. Like, you go to somewhere where you can win.
Man. Come to Cleveland. You're gonna get to taste the finals, right?
That's like a postcard. Come to Cleveland. What's the picture? like a factory or
No,
something.
it's LeBron's mansion. or Quicken
LeBron's mansion's in L.A. It's in Brentwood. Shout out to OJ.
He has a mansion in Cleveland. He can't sell it though because no one in Cleveland can afford it except for Dan Gilbert.
Oh man.
And Dan Gilbert pays him enough. But no, if Melo were to go to Cleveland, Cleveland might have a chance.
Without LeBron, God bless Cleveland, man. Like, what's the advertisement? Again, what do Cleveland postcards look like?
I don't know. I don't care about Cleveland.
Like, I went there for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but like, I fell asleep on the way there. I fell asleep on the way out of there.
The state of Ohio doesn't really intrigue me. There's only one thing in the state of Ohio that kind of intrigues me.
Okay.
He's not even there anymore, but it's Zeke.
Well, I mean, he's not there anymore because he's a superstar. And once you're a superstar, you leave Cleveland.
The state of Ohio, like it. The only thing there is what, Cedar Point and Sandusky.
Steers
but I don't even like
beers.
I don't even like to say. I don't even like to say the word Sandusky because that's just.
Lord, shout out to my girlfriend who's asleep. That's a Penn State joke. But speaking of Ezekiel Elliott, I don't know. We're all young. We all do dumb stuff. If we were superstar athletes, we'd probably be on social media doing reckless stuff. But he's a superstar, and people got their phones out when he's doing stuff. And he's also 225 pounds and kind of thinks he's the shit. And that's a problem most of the time.
You know, if I were Ezekiel Elliott,
okay,
TMZ would know me very well.
Okay, yeah.
The paparazzi would be cool. I'd dap them up.
Okay.
But I wouldn't do my dumb in small markets.
Say that. Once you get money, it goes to your head, man.
No, but I do my dumb shit in L.A.
Dude, dumb shit in L.A. That's where everyone does dumb shit.
Exactly. So you don't stick out. When you do dumb shit in Dallas, and they see you, Zeke Elliott. Oh, it's Zeke. It's Dallas. Who?
Was that like cereal meme where he's eating the cereal?
Yeah, like who important is in Dallas right now?
Crickets.
Like celebrity.
Insert cricket sound here.
Like we consider Dak
That's
a
a
real
note for
celebrity.
me later.
Yeah, Zeke. Like Zeke is a celebrity. Dirk's too damn old.
I think he's fine. I think, like a lot of celebrities, like in this era, he's screwed because everyone's a reporter. But he hasn't gotten caught. Dude's good at getting away with stuff. I'm pretty sure all 5 of the criminal charges that were filed against him because of his ex-girlfriend who he lived with. I put these in quotations because he denies living with her. And he really denies everything, as, of course, you would expect him to. But everything was dropped. The NFL is still looking into it because they're trying to save face. Because they haven't.
About optics.
Oh, man.
But the thing about the whole Zeke thing is, I think there's something.
Hold on. Do you feel bad for Roger Goodell sometimes?
Never.
I feel like.
Never.
I feel like he made a couple bad decisions, and now he can't get anything right.
He just can't get right. Like, he made the bad decisions then.
And then, of course, you got Adam Silver across the way, who's like the best commissioner ever, I feel like, to this point.
Well, you know, some people would say Roger Goodell's a better commissioner because he does...
He has to deal with more stuff. I'll give him that.
Like, he takes care of the league and the owners and not the players.
Yeah. He takes care of the old white guys. I mean, like, that's always a good...
It's America,
they have the money. Yeah.
That's America.
Trickle-down economics.
I mean, you know, take care of the old white guys.
That worked out, didn't it?
Reaganomics?
No,
in the hood. That worked out.
Oh, man.
But anyways, you know, the NFL is fucked up. Zeke is dumb.
Yeah.
I think he attracts negative attention.
He's getting away with all of it, though.
Yeah, because he has the power of Ohio State and Jerry Jones behind him.
That's a lot of power.
I mean, look at OJ. He has the power of USC behind him. In Hollywood. But like, Zeke needs to calm down and he needs to do house parties. Like, I
love me some house parties.
I was listening to a Tiger interview today on the Breakfast Club, and he was talking about like people moving in LA, and he was talking about like, yeah, I seen so and so at this house party. Like they do house parties. Mm-hmm. Do house parties with rich.
They're always the best option as long as you got cool neighbors. Yeah, get some kegs.
And I mean, if we're talking Texas and the money that Zeke has.
Yeah.
He
Also,
got no neighbors.
I don't know if this is just like a Texas stereotype, but I feel like you could buy some house in the middle of nowhere in Texas and just throw ragers.
Yeah, no neighbors.
I heard a story about the 90s Cowboys. They used to just have a house specifically designed for terrible things.
Talking about the White House.
Yeah.
Right? The Cocaine Cowboys.
Sure.
But they didn't have social media.
No, they did not.
I think Zeke's issue speaks to a bigger problem in sports. We don't care what our superstars do.
If they're that good.
Exactly, and that's you know what?
He rushed for.
Great segue, right? A former NFL East quarterback, Mike Vick, right?
Yeah.
Has some things to say about Colin Kaepernick and his situation that apparently pissed off a lot of people, to include Black Twitter. Hey, Sean, hold on. Before we go any further,
I've been on Black Twitter.
Before we go any further,
all right.
I say we can't piss off Black Twitter, but if we piss off Black Twitter, like, we're really gonna blow up.
Yo, Black Twitter.
Whoa, no, no.